morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and beautiful little Capricorns out there. Okay, I've got to rewind and start again. We've got to pretend that the pink love sounds behind me, okay? So I hope that you're feeling the love, that you continue to feel the love, okay? My delicious babies, what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're delicious and bright. Yes, they are, aren't they, my little beautifuls? Now then, so what I want to do is I'm just going to go as fast as I can, my little beautifuls, and I hope that you're all super duper and deliciously well wherever you are in the world, okay? Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope that you're all having a super duper and wonderful time, okay? Now then, yeah, I'm going to go as fast as I can, my little beautifuls, okay? But something did say to the Capricorn today. Oh, there we are. More have come out. So we're just going to see what's going on, my little beautifuls. Now, as it is a general reading, okay, I'm going to do this in the order it's came out, that they've come out. Sorry, my beautiful little baby Capricorns that you are out there. I'm going to have to do it in the order that they came out. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, yeah. So, it's not going to gel with everybody, but there's actually 5. That's the first. Never had a 5 before, my delicious little baby Capricorns that you are. So, there's clearly something going on, my little lovelies. But like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. So, cards coming out. Something, there we are, going on. There we are. We're going to see now, my little lovelies. I'm just going to try and speed through. Oh, okay. First card, okay. Treasure chest. So let's just read, please, and thank you. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. Yes, my delicious little babies, okay? So for some of you, and especially with a treasure chest, you know, what I quite often always say about that, I just love this saying, you know, what one man's junk is another man's treasure. So in other words, what one may not see as, let's just say, that appealing, then there's always somebody else, there we are, who will take, there we are, a huge interest. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And something's just made me say it the way I've just said it. So, yes, of course, it could mean that you feel like somebody is a little treasure and they too treasure you. Do you see what I mean? So it's absolutely beautiful. For others of you, maybe, you know, you're going to be, whether in business, whether it's in work, do you see what I mean? And that's just, you just watched synchronicity. So you've got to look out for, in other words, you've got to look out for please and thank you, my little lovelies, for some of you, not for all of you. You know, things that are happening, as I would always say, 3 or more times. You know, that means, you know, whether it be hearing the same name 3 or more times, or maybe seeing the same initials or the same numbers, or maybe overhearing a conversation, whether it's down the road, in the street, you know, in the shop, you know what I mean? And it happens to relate to what's going on, there we are, in your life, you know, at the time. Do you see what I mean? Okay, there's something happening today, and I cannot keep, because I'm trying to go faster with the reading, my delicious little babies, but you're seeing it yourself. Something's happening, but like I said, it's not going to gel with everybody. Next card, my delicious little babies. So yeah, but going back to the treasure chest, sorry, okay. Well, it's just a beautiful card overall. So even if it's business, you know what I mean, maybe you're going to have your hidden treasure. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so there's lots going on there, and that's just in the one card. So the blessed change, let's just read, please, and thank you. A major life change brings you great blessings. Yes, my little beautifuls, okay? So this should be across the board with this one. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so, well, as I would always say, you know, we have blessings each and every day. Some will appreciate the blessings, my delicious little babies, but very sadly for others, they may not appreciate the blessings. Do you see what I mean? Okay, or maybe for some, let me try and word it differently. Maybe they find it really difficult to see the blessings at, there we are, at that particular time. That's a better way to put that, okay, my delicious little babies. But Any blessing is truly beautiful, isn't it? Waking up in the morning, like I always say, there we are, is a blessing in itself, isn't it? For others, having a beautiful family network or a beautiful friendship network. For others, you know, maybe you love your little beautiful little babies like I do, who I call my little sons and daughters, you know what I mean? So, you know, we have blessings each and every day, do you say? Next card now, delicious little babies, but a wonderful card again. So, worthiness. So let's just read, please, and thank you. Know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. Yes, my beautiful little Capricorns that you all are, and that's across the board. Do you see what I mean? So, you know, the trouble is we laugh. It's like... you know, ones are being put down. Do you see what I mean? That, you know, that none of us are worth nothing. Well, that's totally untrue. In fact, there we are. It's quite, there we are, the opposite. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So please, if somebody wants to do something super duper wonderful and delicious, yes, and they see you as, you know, being worthy enough, please make sure, okay, that you too see yourself, there we are, as being worthy at any time. Do you see what I mean? In your life. That's very important. There we are. That is very important. Okay. Now then, next one, my delicious little babies. This reading's going a bit strange today for some of my beautiful little Capricorns out there. Do you know what I mean? There's something going on. There we are. I can really feel it. Even if nobody manages to view my video, because not all my videos do get seen very often. But not to worry, not to worry. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Next card, dream big. So let's just read, please, and thank you. Let go of small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. Yes, I always say that. Sometimes, you know, there could be, there we are, just had obstacles. Sometimes, there we are, there could be obstacles in the way of a situation. And sometimes, there we are, it's very difficult for whoever is there we are, for whoever, somebody's making a mistake, for whoever is concerned here, there we are, you know, to maybe get past that obstacle. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So for some of you, if you're dealing with somebody, you know, to do with this situation, do you see what I mean? Okay. Do not give in to, there we are, negative thoughts. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Because, you know, eventually, there we are, things happen, marvellous, wonderful things, you see what I mean? But how life, I feel, is designed, yes, is sometimes to sort of knock us, there we are, off focus. There we are. Do you see what I mean? My beautiful little baby Capricorns that you are out there, okay? So please continue to dream big. Now, the final card in the first section of cards, look at this, I'm a liking. Explore your options. Yeah, it's been rather deep so far, this reading has, for some beautiful little Capricorns out there. So let's just read, please, and thank you. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Yes, I totally agree. So for some of you, if you work, okay, for some of you, it could be a working situation, you know what I mean? Maybe just wanting a change, you know, and having those options, more than one option. Do you know what I mean? Finding yourself, in other words, there we are, in a better position, do you know what I mean, to choose. For others of you, I'm not talking to any beautiful little baby Capricorns in loving relationships now. I'm talking to our beautiful and single little baby Capricorns, okay? Well, maybe for some of you, you could have the choice of torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool. Do you know what I mean? Loving both of you is breaking all the rules, you know. One of those, my delicious little babies, do you say? And for others of you, maybe it could be business. There we are, opportunities for others of you. It could be home or moving home or having the option of living, there we are, in, you know, more than one place. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so there's lots going on in your reading today, my beautiful little Capricorns. For some of you, not for all of you, in a final set of cards. I'm so sorry, I'm going to have to say this. What's going on here today? Right. See, I do not like to deal with reversals. I really don't, my delicious little babies, okay? Because there's thousands of other readers who are absolutely banging, you know what I mean? And they deal with reversals. I just prefer to deal with cards that are the right way up, okay, as a rule. But every now and again, and it's happening, I feel now more and more for some strange and unknown reason. Now all my cards are all the same way up, okay? But the way they come out, some are just not coming out the right way up, okay, my delicious little babies. So 5 of Cups, so, well, because it's reversed, my delicious little babies, well, the fact of the matter is that maybe, you know, because if it was the right way up with the 5 of Cups, then that would quite simply mean, you know, you mustn't cry over spilt milk, do you know what I mean? Loss of a friendship or loss of a relationship, feelings of worthlessness, but situations, you know, will sort themselves out, yes? But because it's come up as reverse, this is telling myself, okay, that for some of you, not for all of you, my little beautifuls, that maybe you're not being able to quite see the wood for the trees. I'm just putting it in the best words I can, okay? To see the wood for the trees, or to try and find a way back to maybe a situation, a relationship, whether that be romantically for some of you, not for all of you, or platonically, okay? Maybe you're struggling to find that way, there we are, back. Do you know what I mean? Into that situation, there we are, into that situation, something's going on. Next card, my delicious babies, 5 of Swords reversed. So if that was the right way up, then that would be saying, you know, basically the road that one's on shall lead to nothing but misery. Change your direction or strategy is what's needed, or looking at things from a different angle. But very sadly, when it comes out reversed, I'm so sorry, I'm not here to be the bearer of bad news or to hurt, offend or depress or upset anybody, but that usually means there's a funeral that's going to be coming rather, there we are, quickly. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, you'll certainly hear about this, sorry. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, the Tower. So if the Tower, that's reversed as well, that's the final one that's reversed. So basically with the Tower, if that was the right way up, it would be saying, you know, you've got to be careful, you know, who you talk, you know, what's in 4 walls is not always safe, you know what I mean? You've got to be careful who you trust. Can also, in some cases, mean a sudden upheaval, okay? And for other meanings, but usually it's followed by the Star with a Tower, okay? It can mean a sudden shock, which is nevertheless a blessing in disguise, freedom from old, but because it's reverse, well, whatever's going on and the way that the cards have come out, I've just got, there we are, everything is not as it seems, to do with whatever this, there we are, whatever this situation is. Okay, my little beautifuls, there's some of you beautiful little Capricorns, okay? But definitely, you know, and of course with it reversed as well, you know, I would say that what's going on, you know, what you're going to be hearing is going to be taking a bit more time, there we are, to sort itself out, there we are. Okay, that's the best way. I was trying to find the best way to put it, you know, so that, do you know what I mean? Because that part of the reading was clearly just, it was maybe sounding a little bit negative, but please, you know, please do not take it as negative, okay? The reason why the cards come out, I don't know, is the reason why they come out. I have not chosen the cards, do you know what I mean? You've watched me yourself, okay, my delicious little babies, yes? Final cards now. Well, I'm on top of the world looking down on creation, okay? I'm trying to go as fast as I can, my little beautiful Capricorns, okay? But yes, so for some of you, okay, it's going to be a totally different story, whether it be yourselves or there we are, or somebody very close to you, okay? I'm feeling it's going to be for some of yourselves. So it's almost like you've come out of a, let's just say a really iffy, there we are, chapter in your life, and now there we are, you're going on to something much more beautiful, there we are, and fruitful. I just got the word, there we are, fruitful, Do you see what I mean? Okay, but it's going to be a brand new chapter, so that's super duper. There we are, beautiful and delicious. The world has not been out for quite a while with any of the signs, so this is beautiful to see. Next card. So you got the Emperor. So the Emperor, okay, is usually a grumpy gentleman, okay? So he can feel that he's right all of the time, okay? My little beautifuls that you are, yes. Of course, sometimes this can mean, you know, we don't like that word, people, sheeple, you know what I mean? But people and bosses in authority, okay? But I wouldn't really be taking too much notice of that, okay? Please try not to take that too seriously, yes, okay? Because otherwise, some can worry. There we are. Do you see what I mean, okay? But it can mean that, okay? But whoever this is, the way that they operate, they like to be right all of the time. And nobody is right all the time. Okay, my delicious babies, I was not pointing at you, by the way, because that's rude. So eventually he snaps, there we are, snaps out of his bad mood, okay? But for some of you, you could know somebody, whether it's somebody's boss or your boss or, you know, somebody's boyfriend, husband, brother, uncle, cousin, you know what I mean, nephew, but somebody who carries those type of characteristics, do you say? Next card, my delicious babies. Now, and because you've got two kings, I'll look and reduce a little card about these decades. Okay, two kings. So this means basically to do with business. This is excellent. Okay, so for some of you out there, if you're a business gentleman, okay, or you know somebody's business gentleman, yes, okay, this is excellent to get these two kings. Okay, so there's going to be plenty of business opportunities. So let's go to this one first. So the King of Swords. So with the King of Swords, my delicious little baby Capricorns, for some of you, not for all of you, this is either a doctor, a lawyer, or some kind of professional advisor, or he's certainly somebody who has a professional job role, okay? He does tend to take his work or business, if it's business, or his work, his line of work, extremely seriously, okay? He does require mental stimulation, so he does require to engage in, there we are, he can be very much out of all of them to really engage. The second one I would say is the cups, you see what I mean, the King of Cups. But very much wants to engage in deep and deep and meaningful conversations. Do you see what I mean? Okay, he can be romantic, so we keep it clean. So he can swing off the old chandeliers. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but his usual personality, there we are, is rather serious, okay? And again, you know, he's generous, very generous. Do you understand what I mean, okay? But he just has that seriousness, there we are, about him. So this may very well be somebody, there we are, who you know, somebody's boss, boyfriend, husband, brother, cousin, nephew, friends. Do you see what I mean? Again, who's carrying these characteristics. And like I always say as well, even though like he's under air, yes, well, you know, you could know somebody else who they may not be under that air sign, okay? But the point of the matter is, all for yourselves, if you're dear Capricorn gentlemen, you know, even though you are an earth sign for some of you, okay, you may be carrying some of these characteristics, do you see what I mean? Or like I've just said earlier, you know, you may know somebody else who's carrying these kind of characteristics, do you see? Now look, this one, the King of Wands. So he's more faster energy. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so usually with the ones, they like to be on the go. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, they find it very difficult to sit still sometimes. I don't mean that in the wrong, you know, sense of the words. Do you see what I mean? Okay, it's just they like to keep the noddles busy. There we are. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so he can swing off again the old chandeliers. Okay, so can be very romantic, very generous. Sometimes has to broaden his horizons. So I'm not going to say for every single, you know, fire sign gentleman, no, but sometimes maybe needs to open his noddle, his mind up to other things. You see what I mean? Because especially with the King of Wands, you tend to find them very they like the ka-ching, do you see what I mean? So whether he's a business gentleman or he certainly holds a very important position in his line of work, do you see what I mean? Okay, they've worked, they've worked super duper hard, there we are, to get to where they've got to, do you see what I mean? Okay, so they are very work focused, but sometimes they can spend, not for all, like I said, but for most of them, they can spend a lot of time, there we are, talking about their work, okay, rather than talking about other things or other subjects or topics there are, or matters, do you see? So I do not mean that in a nasty way. And finally, my little beautiful Capricorns, for some of you, not all you, reduced little card, the moon's out again. So with the moon, this can mean a clandestine situation, meaning more than two. Okay, whether this be romantically, or whether it be platonically, friendships, in some cases business, but it means more than two. Anyway, so you may hear of something, to do with any of those type of areas, yes. It can mean that you must keep away from two-faced. Well, nobody likes two-faced. I certainly do not. It can mean that ones must not take your kindness for a weakness, or there could be somebody close to you, there we are, who is going through this, do you know what I mean? Maybe they're just having, not being nasty, the mickey taken out of them, do you understand what I mean? And that's not very nice, is it, my delicious little baby Capricorns? No, for some of you. Anyway, well, for any of you, actually, for all of you. It can also mean some having sleeping issues. So for some of you, my little beautifuls, you could be having a few sleeping issues at the moment, and for others of you, and this does not have to be romantically, okay? Sometimes it can be, but other times not. But it could be somebody messaging somebody else. Do you see what I mean? But the moon covers many things, and it usually, whatever happens, takes time, takes place at night time. See, there's been something to do with this reading. There we are today, and I cannot explain what it is, but I've tried to go as fast as I can, because I try not to do super duper long readings. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little baby Capricorns? Okay, but for whoever you are, so much love to you all, but whoever you are and whatever this is concerning, I'm sure that some things will get, there we are, worked out, okay? But if it's not yourself, it'll certainly be what somebody else close to you, there we are, is going through. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but it is going to take some time, there we are, to come out the other end. Do you know what I mean? For some, okay, for some situations, it seems, in the reading, but I found it to be rather we are very deep, and we are very serious, this reading in particular, okay? And I haven't had one of these type of readings for a long time that I've done, so there's definitely, there we are, something going on. And I've just got the month of November for somebody, there we are, so something's going on maybe between now and there we are in November. Okay, that's this year, my delicious little babies, 2024. So until your next reading, my little beautifuls, thank you so very much for listening. I'm not here to depress, to hurt or offend or upset anybody. I repeat that again, okay? But you sing clearly yourself, okay? It was not myself. Whatever's gone on, okay, but I'm not changing my reading, but it's not going to gel with everybody. It's a general reading, okay? But you just take care. So much love, peace, harmony, and bright blessings to you, each and every one of you, always. Thank you. Goodbye.